Hey there, treasure hunters. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, that little copper coin you might have sitting at the bottom of your couch cushions, could be worth a staggering $1 million? Sounds wild, right? Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's got collectors everywhere reaching for their magnifying glasses. But first, quick question: when was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? For me, it was the day I thought I found a jackpot in a jar of old coins. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the 1991 no-mint mark penny. But we'll get to that later, so grab your coffee, your coin jar, and maybe even a flashlight, because by the end of this video, you might just discover that you've been walking around with a fortune in your pocket. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's break it down. What makes the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? First off, it's important to understand what no-mint mark means. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver and San Francisco have a little D or S respectively. But here's the kicker: not all no-mint mark pennies are created equal. The 1991 no-mint mark penny gained fame because of its rarity. Imagine this: you've got billions of pennies being produced, and suddenly, a tiny fraction of them end up with unique features, errors, double dies, or even unintentional variations in the metal composition. It's like finding a golden ticket in a sea of chocolate bars. So, what's the story with this $1 million penny? The 1991 no-mint mark penny's value skyrocketed due to a combination of its pristine condition, known in the coin world as MS68 or higher, and some quirky collector demand. Basically, the better the condition and the rarer the error, the more coin nerds, enthusiasts, are willing to shell out big bucks. Here's where it gets fun. If you've got one of these pennies lying around in your change, it could be worth a cool $1 million. But here's the catch: it's not just about having the coin, it's about the condition. If it's been jingling around in your pocket for years, chances are it's not gonna fetch the big bucks. But hey, even a few $1,000s for a penny isn't too shabby, right? Now, let me tell you about the time I thought I hit the jackpot. I was helping my grandma clean out her attic, and we stumbled across a dusty tin full of old coins. I grabbed a magnifying glass, flipped through them, and bam, there it was, a 1991 penny. No mint mark. I nearly fainted. But as it turns out, it had scratches, smudges, and, I kid you not, a bite mark. Don't ask. Lesson learned: condition is everything. Look for the year 1991. That's step 1. No D or S? You're on the right track. The shinier and more flawless it is, the better. Think of it like a coin version of a supermodel: no scratches, no blemishes. If you think you've hit the jackpot, send it to a professional grading service. They'll assess its value and certify it. Here's a pro tip: don't clean the coin. I know, the urge to shine it up is real. But trust me, scrubbing that penny will send its value plummeting faster than my excitement when I realized my grandma's coin wasn't worth $1 million. So, there you have it, folks, the story of the $1 million 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest things in life can hold the biggest surprises. Who knows? Your next trip to the coin jar could be the start of a treasure hunt. Before you go rushing off to inspect every penny in sight, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got tons more tips, stories, and strategies to help you turn pocket change into life-changing money. And hey, if you find a 1991 no-mint mark penny, let me know in the comments. I'll be cheering you on from here. Hey there, coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and curious minds. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, could this little copper coin change my life? Well, hold on to your hats, because today, we're diving into the story of a 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable, it's worth a staggering $1.1 million on the market. Yes, that's 6 zeros, folks, all from one little coin that you might just have hiding in a jar somewhere. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know why this penny is so special, how to identify one, and most importantly, how to avoid accidentally spending it on a pack of gum.so. What's the deal with the 1978 no-mint mark penny? At first glance, it looks like any other penny. You've got Honest Abe looking pensive on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But the magic lies in what's missing: the mint mark. Normally, pennies from 1978 minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. That's not unusual. But the value of this coin comes from an extremely rare error during its production. It's all about a combination of perfect storm conditions, a unique die strike, pristine condition, and a little bit of luck. Collectors go wild for coins like this because they're one in a million literally. Here's the kicker: if you've got one of these bad boys in mint condition, pun intended, you could be looking at a payday of over $1.1 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, or at least a really nice used car these days. Now, before you start tearing through your couch cushions, let's talk specifics. Here's how you identify this legendary penny. To fetch the big bucks, your coin needs to be in near perfect condition. That means no scratches, dents, or signs it's been used as a makeshift screwdriver. The 1978 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it feels off, get it weighed. It could be a valuable variation. Look for a coin with that original luster, as if it just came out of the mint yesterday. And here's a pro tip: use a magnifying glass to examine the coin's edges and surfaces. If it's got a clean, error-free strike, you're in business. Let me tell you a little story. A couple of years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. You know, dusty boxes, old photos, and some pretty questionable holiday sweaters. In one box, we found a jar of coins from the 70s. I didn't think much of it at the time, but one penny caught my eye. It was shiny, almost like new, and had no mint mark. I did some quick research and thought, could this be the one? I was practically doing a happy dance in the attic until I realized it wasn't in mint condition. Yep, it had a tiny scratch, probably from being tossed around in a jar for 40 years. Moral of the story? Check your coins, but handle them with care. If you're not already into coin collecting, let this be your sign to start. It's like treasure hunting, but without the pirate ship. Plus, coins like this 1978 penny prove that sometimes the most valuable things are right under your nose or in your wallet. And hey, even if you don't find a $1 million penny, there are tons of other valuable coins out there. Did you know there's a 1943 penny made of steel that's worth a fortune? Or a 1955 penny with a double die error that's practically a celebrity in the coin world? Go through your spare change or that jar of pennies you've been ignoring. Learn what to look for: mint marks, errors, and unique features. A magnifying glass and a coin scale are must-haves for any collector. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 1978 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? It just goes to show you never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. Now, here's your mission: check your coins. And if you find one of these gems, let me know in the comments. I'd love to celebrate your $1 million discovery. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another tip on coins worth big money. I've got plenty more stories, strategies, and fun facts coming your way, so stay tuned. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever wondered if that penny sitting in your couch cushions could be worth a life-changing fortune? Well, you might want to double-check, because today, we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing stories in coin collecting, the 1967 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, currently valued at an incredible $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could be worth more than your dream home. Stick around, because not only will I tell you why this coin is worth a fortune, but I'll also share some tips on how you can start hunting for hidden treasures like this in your own spare change. And hey, I might even throw in a personal story about how I almost missed out on a jackpot coin myself. Spoiler alert, I still kick myself for it. What's the deal with this 1967 penny, and why is it worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million? First, let's talk about the no mint mark. Back in 1967, the US Mint decided to skip mint marks on all coins. Why? Because the government was worried that coin collectors were hoarding coins from specific mints, creating unnecessary shortages. So, if you see a 1967 penny without a mint mark, that's actually normal. But here's where it gets interesting: the reason this particular penny is so valuable isn't just the missing mint mark, it's the combination of its rarity, a minting error, and, drumroll please, the quality of the coin itself. Some of these pennies were struck using older dies or with slight errors that made them unique. Imagine finding a penny with an extra little bump, a faint double stamp, or a slight misalignment that could be your golden ticket. And now, here's where it gets personal. About 5 years ago, I was going through my old coin jar, you know, the one you toss pennies into because they're too small to matter. Anyway, I noticed a 1967 penny that looked a bit different. It had this faint doubling on Lincoln's profile. I thought, cool, maybe it's worth a few bucks. But did I take it to an expert? Nope. I threw it back into the jar and forgot about it. A few months later, I saw a news article about a 1967 penny with a similar error selling for $1.2 million at auction. My heart sank faster than a rock in a pond. Moral of the story? Always check your coins before dismissing them. Now, how do you know if your 1967 penny is worth anything? Here are a few tips. Grab a magnifying glass and check for any unusual markings, doubling, or errors. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth significantly more. If your penny looks like it's been run over by a lawnmower, it's probably not worth much. If you think you have something special, send it to a professional grading service. They can confirm the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which determines its value. And here's a fun tip: if you don't have a magnifying glass, just borrow your grandma's reading glasses. She won't mind if it's for $1 million penny. So, there you have it, the story of the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and why it's the king of pocket change. If you've got a coin jar, don't just let it collect dust. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Before you go, let me leave you with this. Collecting coins isn't just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the history behind every coin, and the possibility of discovering something truly extraordinary. So, the next time you're handed a penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a second to look at it. That little coin could change your life. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more stories, tips, and strategies to share. Plus, you don't want to miss my upcoming video on another coin worth millions. Trust me, it's a good one. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever had that one penny sitting in a jar or jingling in your pocket, and you thought, it's just a penny, what could it be worth? Well, what if I told you there's a 1971 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny out there that's worth, wait for it, $1.3 million? Yes, you heard me right, a single penny. Today, we're diving into what makes this coin so special, how to spot it, and why it could be your ticket to an early retirement or at least a really fancy dinner. Stick around, because you don't want to miss this. Alright, so let's start with a bit of backstory on this penny. 1971 was a groovy time, bell-bottoms were in, disco was alive, and Richard Nixon was president. But while most people were busy dancing to the Bee Gees, the US Mint was cranking out pennies like nobody's business. Now, normally, pennies from 1971 have a little mint mark indicating where they were made. For example, you'll see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the no mint mark 1971 penny? It's a whole other ballgame. This little guy was minted in Philadelphia, and Philly pennies didn't get mint marks back then. Weird, right? So, what makes this penny worth $1.3 million? It's not just any 1971 no-mint mark penny, it's got to be a rare error coin. Error coins happen when the mint makes a mistake, like striking the penny twice or using the wrong metal. These errors are like typos in history, quirky, fascinating, and super valuable. Collectors go absolutely bonkers for them. Here's a funny story. Back when I first got into coin collecting, I was rummaging through my grandma's old coin jar, the one she kept in her kitchen drawer for emergencies. I found this crusty old penny and thought, could this be it? Am I holding a fortune? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. It was just a really dirty penny. But hey, it sparked my obsession with checking every coin I come across. Moral of the story? Never underestimate a coin jar. Now, back to the 1971 no-mint mark penny. If you think you've got one, here's what to do. First, grab a magnifying glass or loupe. No, not the one your kid uses for bug hunts, a real one. Check for any oddities, double strikes, off-center designs, or even unusual textures. If it looks like it's been through a rough day at the mint, you might be onto something. Next, you'll want to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you if it's legit and give it a grade. The higher the grade, the more cha-ching it's worth. And remember, condition is everything. A penny that looks like it's been chewed by a dog? Probably not $1.3 million material. By the way, did you know one lucky collector found their 1971 penny at a garage sale? Imagine that you're out looking for a $5 lamp and you end up with $1 million coin. Talk about hitting the jackpot. So, what's the takeaway here? Don't ignore your spare change. That little penny in your pocket could be a piece of history, and a seriously profitable one at that. Go ahead, check your coin jars, your couch cushions, even that random stash in your car. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a fortune. Before you go, I've got one small favor. If you found this video helpful or even just entertaining, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I mean, where else are you going to find someone this excited about pennies? Plus, we've got more tips, stories, and coin strategies coming your way. Let's turn your spare change into a goldmine, one penny at a time. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and casual treasure hunters. Let me ask you something. Have you ever checked your spare change and thought, what if one of these coins is worth a fortune? Well, hold on to your hats because today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1972 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, a penny currently valued at an eye-popping $1.40 million. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out an old drawer and found a jar of pennies. Naturally, I thought, meh, just a bunch of pocket change. But after researching a little, I realized some pennies can be worth more than a mansion. That's when the obsession began, and now, here we are. If you're not already hooked, let me tell you this, by the end of this video, you'll be rifling through every couch cushion, car cup holder, and old piggy bank you've got. Let's start with the basics, the 1972 no-mint Mark penny. These were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, hence, no-mint Mark. Over 5 billion were minted, which begs the question, why is this one so special? It all boils down to one thing, a double die error. For those new to coin lingo, a double die is when the design is accidentally stamped twice, slightly off-center, creating a ghost effect. Imagine Lincoln giving a shadowy speech from the grave. Spooky, right? But seriously, this error makes these pennies incredibly rare and insanely valuable. And now, don't go running to your penny jar just yet. You'll need to know what to look for. The doubling is most noticeable on the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1972. If those letters look a bit blurry or almost like they're trying to escape the coin, congratulations, you might have hit the jackpot. A little tip: use a magnifying glass or even your phone camera to inspect your coins. No squinting required. Here's the deal: rarity equals value. Of the billions of 1972 pennies, only a small number have this double die error. Combine that with the demand from collectors, and you've got the perfect storm for a multi-million-dollar coin. One such penny in pristine condition, graded MS67, that's coin collector speak for almost perfect, sold for $1.4 million at auction. That's right, this tiny piece of copper can outshine your 401k. So, let me tell you about the time I thought I'd struck gold, or copper, in this case. I found a 1972 penny and immediately spotted what I thought was a double die. I was over the moon, imagining how I'd spend my newfound fortune. Maybe a trip to Hawaii or a Tesla. Long story short, it was just a regular penny with some dirt on it. Lesson learned: double check your finds before planning your dream vacation. But hey, it gave me a good laugh and fueled my passion for coin hunting. And if you think you found one of these rare pennies, don't just toss it in a Ziploc bag and call it a day. You'll need to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial because collectors and auction houses only trust authenticated coins. The grading process might cost you a bit, but it's worth it if you're sitting on $1 million treasure. Plus, it gives you bragging rights at family gatherings. Once your penny is graded, the world is your oyster or your marketplace. You can list it on eBay, sell it to a collector, or even take it to an auction house. Trust me, the offers will pour in faster than you can say Lincoln. And there you have it, folks, the incredible tale of the 1972 no-mint Mark penny, a simple coin with $1 million twist. Who knew something so small could make such a big impact? So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change jars, rummage through your old drawers, and don't forget to inspect every 1972 penny you come across. You never know, it could be your ticket to financial freedom. Before you go, here's a little challenge: subscribe to this channel for more tips on finding hidden treasures in everyday life. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a coin you thought was valuable? Let's swap stories. Hey, coin lovers and curious collectors. Imagine this: you're rummaging through your couch cushions, maybe hunting for the TV remote or that long lost gummy bear, and bam! You stumble upon a penny. But not just any penny, the penny. A 1982 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Yes, that's million with an M. Forget Powerball, folks, your piggy bank might just be the jackpot. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the treasure hidden in your loose change. Today, we're talking about this unassuming yet insanely valuable penny, its incredible backstory, and how you might just have one sitting in your collection or maybe in your car cup holder. Stick around, because this one's a game changer. Alright, let's dive into the juicy details. What makes the 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so special? First, a little history lesson. Don't worry, I'll keep it fun. In 1982, the US Mint made a significant change to the Lincoln penny. They shifted from using mostly copper to a zinc-based planchet coated in copper. This was because copper prices were skyrocketing, and, let's face it, the government wasn't about to spend more making a penny than the penny was worth. But here's the twist: during the transition, some pennies were struck using the original copper planchet. Now, why no mint mark? Well, coins without a mint mark were typically produced in Philadelphia. But the absence of the mark, combined with the rare copper composition, created the perfect storm of collectability. Only a handful of these gems exist, making them rarer than a text from your ex apologizing. Now, let me tell you about my journey into coin collecting. Back in the day, I had a thing for arcade games. You know, stuffing quarters into machines and losing every time. But one day, I found myself out of quarters and reached for a penny jar my grandma kept. Inside, I noticed some pennies looked different. That curiosity led me down a rabbit hole of coin collecting. Did I find $1 million penny? Not yet, but hey, dreams don't cost anything. Fast forward to today, and I still get a thrill every time I check my spare change. Who knows? Maybe that 1982 no-mint Mark penny is out there, waiting to be discovered. If it happens, you'll know, because I'll probably livestream my happy dance. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1982 penny is the one? First, grab a magnet. If the penny sticks, it's made of zinc, not the copper you're looking for. If it doesn't stick, there's potential. Next, weigh it. Copper pennies weigh about 3.1 grams, while the zinc ones are lighter at 2.5 grams. Got a 3.1 gram 1982 penny with no mint mark? Jackpot, my friend. Now, before you throw a party, make sure it's verified by a professional grading service. Trust me, you don't want to be that person on eBay claiming their regular penny is worth millions. Awkward. So, why is this penny worth $1.5 million? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Coin collectors love a good story, and this penny delivers. The most recent auction for one of these beauties? $1.5 million. That's a house, a luxury car, or, I don't know, a lifetime supply of pizza. Now, don't just take my word for it. Go ahead and look through your collection. Maybe it's time to dig through the dusty old jar on top of the fridge or raid Grandma's stash. Just don't blame me if she gets mad. Even if you don't strike it rich, collecting coins can be surprisingly rewarding. It's like a treasure hunt you can do in your pajamas. Plus, every coin has a story. That 1982 penny? It's not just currency, it's a slice of history, a piece of art, and, potentially, your ticket to an early retirement. Alright, folks, that's the story of the 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Who knew something so small could pack such a big punch? If you learned something new, or if you're about to dump out your coin jar all over the floor, hit that like button. And here's the deal, I've got plenty more stories like this, so make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss tips on coins that could change your life. Picture this. You're at a gas station, rummaging through your pockets for exact change. You toss a penny onto the counter, and boom, that little copper coin could have just paid for your dream vacation. Sound crazy? Well, it's not. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1997 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a humble coin with a whopping market value of $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, million with an M. Stick around, because this could be your ticket to hidden treasure. Hey there, coin enthusiasts, or should I say treasure hunters? Welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that could be worth a fortune. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on finding your next big payday. Alright, let's get into it. Let's talk about this beauty right here, the 1997 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. First, what's so special about it? It's a penny. Well, not all pennies are created equal. This one comes with a rare twist. The D stands for Denver, where it was minted, and the 1997 D penny has some unique characteristics that make it extremely valuable. Here's what to look for: sharp details, a clean strike, and here's the kicker, an error. Yep, it's the errors that make these coins worth the big bucks. The most sought-after 1997 D pennies have a double die error. This means parts of the design, like Lincoln's face or the text, appear doubled. It's subtle, but collectors lose their minds over this stuff. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I have one? Here's a little tip: grab a magnifying glass and check the coin's lettering and date. If anything looks like it's got a shadow or double image, congrats. You might be holding $1 million penny. You know, this reminds me of a time when I was cleaning out my junk drawer, because who doesn't have one of those, right? Anyway, I found this penny that looked a little off. I got so excited, thinking I'd struck gold, well, copper, technically. I rushed to a coin dealer, only for them to tell me it was just a smudge. Talk about heartbreak. But hey, now I know what to look for, and so do you. Speaking of striking it rich, let's talk about that $1.6 million price tag. A pristine 1997 D penny with a double die error sold for that at auction. Why so much? Because it's rare, and rarity drives up demand. Coin collectors are like art collectors, they'll pay big bucks for something unique. Here's another pro tip: condition matters. A coin in mint state, meaning it looks almost brand new, is worth way more than one that's been through the laundry 3 times. So, if you've got a jar of pennies at home, it's time to give them a closer look. Who knows, that jar might be your retirement fund. And hey, don't underestimate the power of luck. Sometimes these valuable coins pop up in the most random places. A guy once found a rare penny in his kid's piggy bank. Talk about a jackpot. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 1997 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. It might just be hiding in your pocket change, waiting to change your life. Remember, look for that mint mark, check for errors, and keep your eyes peeled for anything unusual. And don't forget, condition is key. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got tons of content coming your way about finding hidden treasures in everyday places. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune right now. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, treasure hunters. What if I told you the penny you tossed into your car's cup holder or dropped in your couch could be worth $1.7 million? Sounds crazy, right? But today, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the 1984 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, a penny. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just want to go through every jar of spare change you've got lying around. Let's rewind to 1984. Michael Jackson was moonwalking, Ghostbusters was busting ghosts, and someone in Philadelphia was unknowingly minting one of the most valuable pennies ever. This coin isn't just any ordinary penny, it's a legend. And here's why. What makes this penny worth more than a Lamborghini? 2 words: double die. That's coin collector lingo for a minting error where certain details on the coin appear doubled. On the 1984 penny, Honest Abe gets a little extra attention. His ear looks like it's got a twin. Seriously, it's as if the engraver was like, let's give Lincoln a superpower, double hearing. This error wasn't intentional, but it created a masterpiece. The doubling is most noticeable on Abe's ear and sometimes on the Liberty text. The rarity and demand for this mistake have collectors battling it out at auctions. Currently, the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with this error can fetch up to $1.7 million. That's more than most houses. Imagine going to a vending machine, popping in a penny, and accidentally spending a fortune. Wild, isn't it? Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic, the typical free labor in exchange for cookies deal. We found an old coffee can filled with pennies. I was like, "Grandma, this could be my ticket to fame." So, I sat there for hours, combing through each coin like an archaeologist. Sadly, no $1 million penny, but I did find a 1955 wheat penny worth about $20. Not bad for attic digging, right? Now, every time I get a penny, I give it a good look. I've officially become that weird person inspecting change at the grocery store. And you know what? It's kind of fun. Okay, so how do you know if you've got the jackpot penny? Here's a quick checklist. Look for the date 1984. Check Abe's ear. If it looks doubled, you might be onto something. No mint mark below the date? That's perfect. This penny was minted in Philadelphia, and they didn't use mint marks back then. Not if you think you found one, don't just throw it on eBay. Get it verified by a professional coin grading service. Trust me, this could be your retirement plan, alright? So what did we learn today? A single penny can be worth $1.7 million. And the 1984 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest things can hold big surprises. And now, here's your homework: start digging through those jars, wallets, and coin purses. Who knows? Your next grocery store trip might end with a $1 million discovery. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of coin enthusiasts. We're all about turning small change into life-changing discoveries. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs a new hobby or a new millionaire dream.